Kia ora homa. In today's video we're going to be talking about the fun new craze that's hitting the school near you, Blowbots, and how to make them. So stick around and I'll see you in the video. So, if you've been following the channel for some time now, especially the last few videos, you'll know that we're doing a few videos around toys that have something to do with flight. So we did the Cup Flyer, and we also did the homemade model wing. And in between that we did the rocket car, not necessarily related, but yeah, that's what happened. But what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about a really cool game that kind of inspired this whole series. And it was designed by one of my students, Nicholas, and another boy, Cameron, and another boy named Jun. And it's basically taken off to where a whole group of kids are kind of sharing these ideas and using it to create better Blowbots. Now, what a Blowbot is essentially a homemade kind of a wing toy. Now, as opposed to the last wing toy, sorry, I'm just going to come a bit closer and grab my wing. So as opposed to the wing we made last time, so this is like a wing, and this isn't a Blowbot. A Blowbot basically is a folded, I suppose you could call it an origami style toy that is used, you blow on it and it scoots along the desk, and the object of the game, the basic version, it's evolving all the time. The boys really keen to tell me some of the new rules that they've come up with, but the basis of the game essentially is that your Blowbot battles another person's Blowbot, and the objective is to blow your one into somebody else's one to knock it off of the table. Now, there are plenty and plenty of variations on this, and I hope that at some point or another I am able to update you and fill you in on some of the more extensive rules, because I know the guys want to spread the message of this game to other people and let it take off a little bit, because they are quite excited, and I'm excited for them, because basically, from a teacher's perspective, I thought it was really, really cool, because we spent a whole lunchtime talking over the science of it, how we could improve their Blowbots, and they were quite aware of, so they'd been doing a lot of product testing, and they've come up with various designs. Initially they wanted to leave them with me, and so I could show you a whole bunch of variety of designs, but then they're a little bit scared that people would start copying their designs, because they want to keep the best designs for when they actually battle them against the people that are already taking part in this sport. Okay, so what I'm going to show you today is how to build a basic model. This is a slightly more advanced one that I made, and one that I bounced off of them. Now, the principle, just to let you know, this one is technically illegal because it's using tape. Now, their versions don't use tape. So I'm going to show you a really simplistic one that you can make, and it's based on the original one that I was first shown. So it's basically a Mark 1 Blowbot. And hopefully at the end I'll just show you a couple of quick other ones that you can make at home. Stick around and we'll get right into it. So we're here on my science bench, and we've just got a strip of paper. Now, this is one entire A4 sheet wide. This is just a scrap piece of paper, and it's approximately, I think off the top of my head, about 5 to 6 centimeters wide. That's about as wide as a Blowbot will get, but the boys have assured me that there is a lot of variation in size. They can be very tiny, or they can be very big, and basically the principle of the game is very similar to any other of the battle games that you would get in terms of like Pokemon and all those kind of things, where the depending on the size of your Blowbot depends on the class of the bot. And what that means is, if you've got a larger bot, it might have defense qualities, because it's going to be harder to make it move around the table, whereas a smaller bot is going to be an attack style and be able to move around a lot faster and be a lot more evasive and offensive. But what we're going to do is just go for like a relatively large medium one, so you can actually see what I'm doing. Now, the easiest thing to do first is, if I was you, if you wanted to be really fastidious about this, you might want to measure and put a dot exactly in the middle, because the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fold into the middle. I'm just going to eyeball it till it seems about right to me, and so I'm literally just folding into the center. And what we're trying to do is create the feet. All blowbots have like a foot that it skates around on the table as you blow it, because it can't be just a flat piece of paper. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold that again. So I've folded in half, and then now what I'm doing is I'm folding that half to create like a foot. So it's like that, if that makes sense. Now, the logic of the game when it was initially created is that, and it was described to me, that there's a reason why you have feet on your blowbot. And the main reason is if someone blows your blowbot or bumps it off, it can actually hook onto the table and prevent itself from falling off, so the player can actually still manage to get theirs back onto the table and keep going. Initially I was a bit skeptical, but I actually saw this in action and it actually worked, and so it was actually an ingenious design. Now basically I should have taken the kids' word for it. They'd designed it and they'd already come across all this trial and error ahead of time. So now what we need, you're going to need a pair of scissors, and the next thing you can do is we're going to cut a small little flap, and that's the bit that's going to catch the air and allow it to move across the table. So a clever person would measure this out, but an artistic person, which is the best way to put it, would just eyeball it. The kids have lots and lots of different designs for the wing or the sail part of the blowbot. I've seen ones that are multiple fingers standing up, and there's ones that are just one little flap like this, one aerodynamic flap. And so this is the most basic variation on this. Once you can get this one down and see how it works, the sky's the limit basically. The one that I showed you earlier in the video essentially is like that, and I sellotape them in place. I don't want to get too heavy into the science of friction and aerodynamics. We're just going to keep it really, really basic for today. So this is a basic Mark 1 model of a blowbot. So what we're going to do is I'm going to set up the camera and I'm going to show you what happens when we blow on this. So stand by. So we're at my bench. I'm just going to show you me blowing, and like if you imagine playing on this surface and there's someone else battling you, and basically what you do is you take turns blowing on the blowbot. Now I'm sure I'm going to explain something wrong, but as the boys develop more of the rules, and I know there's a couple of variations on the game already, I'll come back and update you on some new variations, because if people are interested, you might as well keep updating people. And it'd be cool if people that are watching this in a different country take up this and share with us some of your own designs as we share more designs with you, so we can improve the game. Okay, a bit like spreading the message of Pokemon or something like that. So the boys are very against me saying Pokemon, but it's a relative term, if that makes sense. So basically what you do is you put your blowbot feet down and you want to try and blow on it so that it hits it right on its wing section. You can see how fast they move because they are able to flex, and so they catch the wind and they can jump around. What we've found too is there's a lot of strategy in how you blow on it. So if someone tries to attack you, you can, if you blow with a downforce, it squashes your blowbot flat to the ground and like anchors them to the ground, and blowing on them at different sides. So you get a nice straight movement. We've found that if you cut things slightly off center, it makes them do nice zigzagging erratic movements. So yeah, I'm really proud of my students, because A, they created something of their own and took ownership of it, and they were telling me what I needed to say to the viewer, you. And I'm really stoked that they put thought and backed themselves up with science. Like they had legitimate reasons why they designed things the way they did, and they explained it to me, and even though I was a little bit skeptical, they proved it to me using examples and actually showing me what the toy worked like, and it's taken off. And kids who were a little bit, oh, what's this business, have gone, oh wow, this is cool as well. So I do really recommend giving this a try. Make a couple of them at home, play with your brothers and sisters, battle with your friends, show this to your friends, spread the love of blowbots. But this is a massive, massive shout out to Nicholas, Cam, and Jun, because they are the originators and creators, as far as I'm concerned, of Blowbots. Especially Nicholas. He's basically the world president of Blowbots. But big shout out, especially Nicholas and Cameron, because they were the first boys I saw playing this, and they were the ones that really got into the creation of the game part of it. And Jun was their scientific advisor, I suppose you'd say. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned. I'm sure, like I said, I'll update you with more variations on the rules and the designs. And if you've got ideas, please leave them in the comments below so I can share them with the boys, and we can make something even better and bigger than what it is now. But for now, ka kite anō. Till next time, I'll see you on Mr. Ashley's Place. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, because we're always doing fun things around here. Au revoir. Bonne chance. Till next time.
Hey, Mister!
Yep, boy in the back.
Can I,
Sorry, speak up.
yeah, can I do a shout out to my friends?
Yep.
Oh, okay, thanks. I want to do a shout out to Caitlin and Stella.